Damage reduction. Security lessens break-ins and property damage. One of the obvious points when it comes to reducing the amount of property causes is burglaries. While burglaries are not necessarily something the average person thinks about, you should think about it when it's dealing with real estate properties. Burglaries tend to happen because of one solitary rule. The house is easy to break into. If you have a simple door lock preventing people from getting into your house, it's like to not having any security at all. You can go online store and get a dummy key that, so long as they follow some steps, a burglar can easily get into the house. However, if you have a smart key that has a chip in it, that technique no longer works. If you have security cameras with facial recognition as your teeth, you don't even need a door handle in the first place. Although it might be ideal in emergency situations such as the power going out on the camera or not working correctly, security is what prevents the average burglary from taking place in the first time. Security doesn't need to be that advanced, it just needs to be obvious. In fact, most burglaries are stopped by simply having a fake camera in plain view that looks like a camera. However, there are ways of detecting whether a camera is on or off. This is primarily due to user negligence because we don't want to bother checking the TV if we can see a light in the camera. Now, there have been improvements to cameras, but one massive problem is wireless cameras. The most advanced cameras are either still working with wired connection or wireless connection. Wireless devices always send out a signal, and it means that if you have a wireless device, they can be detected. Depending on how often you update your firmware, they can also be hacked. There are plenty of technical problems with having cameras because they're made of technology, and improvements happened on both sides. Every time you make a better camera, a criminal eventually figures out how to trick that better camera. However, there's a key point here that you need to understand. The criminal can trick that camera is often not going to bother ransacking the place. This is because if they can easily get into a place, they will try to go for that place. The easier places to get into, the more enticing it is. Therefore, if you display cameras, almost 50% of the people who would have ransacked the place avoid it. If you put a digital key lock on the door or a smart lock, you get rid of the other 25%. If you put reinforced windows, you get rid of another percentage. Every improvement you make to a location in terms of security translates to fewer people looking at ransacking the place. Therefore, there's an incentive to increase the security to its maximum but not go crazy with it. A standard house does not need a steel door coming down in an emergency. They simply need to have a system in place that makes it very difficult to both get in and escape. By having such a system in place, you prevent break-ins and thus you prevent property damage. Security helps catch responsible parties. To further boost the necessity of security, one of the other items that smart security helps you with is proving the identity of the responsible parties. Even thieves have smartphones. Even thieves accidentally connect to a wireless network. By having a security system in place that's smart, even if a person breaks in, the alarm can go off. This is because with security systems built to recognize people also recognize phones and other items, so you can begin to recognize strangers in the house. In a smart home, when strangers enter the house through a window, they are likely not friendly. If they are picking the lock on the door, they are likely not friendly. These are easily situations that machines can look at and turn on the alarm. However, such security systems can do something that past security systems couldn't do. Everything I just mentioned, from strangers entering the home, strangers going through the window, and strangers picking the locks, can be detected by basic devices. Motion sensors, tamper-proof locks, and wheel window sealants are real-world items. What a smart house does is sends the owner a message that something strange is taking place. The owner then opens an application to view the house. If there is someone in the house that's not supposed to be in the house, then the owner can press the button to call 911. This means that no alarm will go off to warn the criminal that any alarm is going off and the police are on the way.